Welcome back to my channel. And today's video, we are going to continue from where I left off in my last video. And in this one, I am going to show you how I'm actually going to put together the spreads for April. So you can see how we do that. So I'm going to use some adhesives, and the kind of adhesives I'm going to use are going to, and I'll explain why I use different ones when I use them. So one is just simple. You can go Elmer's, doesn't matter, any kind of glue stick, Dollar Tree, wherever you want to go get your glue sticks. The other thing that I use is the Aleene's original Tacky Glue. And you can get this at any of your craft stores. If you're in the United States, you can get these at Hobby Lobby, Joann Fabrics, Michael's, Walmart, pretty much everywhere. If you're not in the United States, you can get them on Amazon at good prices. So that's all of my Amazon links are linked below in the description area. I'm also going to be using some of this. I might be using Elmer's clear glue. This is a washable one, so I can't use it for things that I'm going to write on because I hate bumpy. So when that comes to that, I use the rubber cement, and you can use any kind of rubber cement, and I'll link to that in my Amazon links as well, in case you can't find it. I find it at Walgreens and Walmart and all of the craft stores too. And then the other thing that I like to have on hand is just a little card, any kind of credit card or gift card or anything that's made out of that credit card material that you can smooth your paper out with. Okay, I'll leave that right there so I don't. Also, don't forget to use it when I'm putting everything on. So I have an idea in my mind on how all this is going to work. I'm hoping that I have enough room here because I'm trying to get close. Maybe I should lift this up a little bit more so you can see a little bit more when let me see if I'm moving these around. You can see my workspace here, and then bringing the book down here. So I'm trying to get really close so that you can see everything, but far enough away too so you can see. So it's kind of hard, but so you can see close up and also far away. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video, and also leave me a comment. I always answer everybody's comments. I love getting comments. I always reply back to you. And please forgive me about my shadowing again, like in the last video. For some reason today, it's just more shadowy than other days, and I have tried all my lighting. And so if you have any tricks on that too, I have my umbrella, my studio lights, and everything going. And I don't know, no matter which way I put it, see, I can't seem to get rid of that stupid shadow. Anyway, I would love it if you set your notifications. I try to do one video per week. It is my hobby. I have other YouTube channels. If you look up my name, you'll see other YouTube channels that I have that are all for business. But this one is for fun and sharing my journey of how I love to journal and how I learned about doing it, etc. So let's get to working. All right. So on this page, excuse me if it's a little bit bumpy. I'm trying really, really hard to keep the bumps away. So this page here, I know that I want to use this little guy here, and I know that I'm going to want to distress it. And so I'm just going to take my distressor thing, my stamp here. And I'm just going to ink the edges like you see on the YouTube videos. They all show you how to do this. It's where I learned how to do it. We all learn from YouTube, don't we? It's pretty cool. You can learn so many wonderful things without having to leave your home. Helps people who suffer from that, you know, the fear of being around other people, but also people who might be homebound for many reasons. They can do so much. It's just beautiful. Learn anything on YouTube, become anything you want to be, do anything you want to do. It's pretty awesome. So see how pretty that makes that? To get rid of the white, the tearing things, you know, that ordinarily are there. Now this one here, I won't have to rubber cement it because I'm not going to write directly. I might write here, but I probably won't. I'll probably put stickers or something there, you see. So I know I want to put her there, but I also want to make sure that I add some interest and maybe use a whole double spread. So I'm looking at some washi tape to add to this to have kind of a line. And most of these are too, oh, here's one that might be messy enough. Some of them are too, not vintage, you know, not that I'm going for the vintage look or anything, but not kind of what I really, that would work. See, that would work, or the polka dots would work, the orange ones there, or the yellow ones, or this messy one. I think I like, actually, I think I like this one. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put the tape down first. Look at the tape. And sometimes, you know, I like to do the covering where you, I just tear it. What I like to do is border my pages, which I'll show you that technique another time. And this way I can just put her, this, I might also take this and look to see if I'd rather have her, have it behind, like tucked in a little bit like that. That looks nice, right? And I can always trim that later. Yeah, I like the way that looks. But I also think that I want it just in just a tiny bit. So like this maybe. So that looks really good. Okay, so I know that I want it to go like right there and I want it tilted like that. So for this one, I kind of know that. I'm gonna take this out, put it on my workspace. Hopefully you can see that. Let me get my glue stick. Yeah, we'll get the blue. Oh, this one's almost done. And then and I always put scratch paper down underneath me when I'm working on my desk. So that way, so just put lots of glue on there. This way I don't, let me see if I can still, yeah. So now what I'm gonna do is move this one. Remember, I wanted to put it just a touch there. There, oh, that's perfect. So I'm gonna take my credit card thing, or gift card thing, smooth it out, and then come and bring that washi tape right over there like that. So that's really what I want it, that look to be like. So for this page, now that gives me a lot more, gives me a lot of room to write, which I decorate as I write too. So I'll start to write, like I'll put the date up there and then I might do some doodling up there. And like I said, I'm not a good artist. So I try to have all my visuals done for me, you know, that I create here. But I do like to letter. So I can make my pages look rather pretty with lettering. Excuse me. Okay. So now I want to bring this across here. So I'm going to take the tape and bring it on that last line there. Just so that it has a continuance there, and that looks really pretty, right? And on this side, what do I have? Oh, these are my lead trackers. So this page here, so I always look at what I was writing before, because we haven't written yet, right? Because April hasn't come yet, but I'm going to be writing it. So I keep track of my leads for my business. So I try to fill those up. So I need room to write. So that means on this page, now this part here I can write. That's not going to hurt me. That's fine on the washi tape. I can write on the other side. It won't be too bumpy. But if I get too high up here, it's not, if I get in here, which would be really pretty to do a design here, but I'm not going to be able to because I do need that for work. But I can put something up here. So that way I'm bringing, you know, the corner to the corner. So let's look and see what kind of maybe stickers that are kind of more flat like. I have this guy here, which, nope, that doesn't match. You see that the green is not going to go at all. Oh, these fun, see, there's one that might work right there. And it's okay that it kind of clashes with the vintage look because it's, you know, plus anything goes, right? So I think I will use this sticker. I really like this one because it matches the washi tape so well. So we'll come and put it up here, right about there. So now this page is finished. It's very simple. Didn't take me a long time to do that, right? You can see that the page, now because I put the glue on there, I wanted to show you when you use water-soluble glues, which is what most people use when they're journaling, it doesn't matter how smooth you get this. Where's my card? It doesn't matter how smooth you get this. You are going to get, when you turn the page, it's going to be obvious, see, that you have glued it. The only way to avoid that I have found has been, and I've only been journaling for a year. I mean, this kind of journaling. I've been journaling since I was 12 years old, writing in journals. But the arts, you know, the layouts and the junk journaling and the bullet journaling and the designing and the artistic part of it, all of my journals since I was 12 is just lined paper of journals and lines upon lines of writing. And so to avoid that, the only thing I have found is the rubber cement. So you definitely want to air out your room, get an air purifier or something when you're using the rubber cement. I don't use it you don't have to use it a lot, but that is how I adhere. I'll show you. This is how I adhere all my template pages. If you want to see the video on how I do that, because I want it smooth to write on. Okay. All right, so that page is done. So that was really quick. It probably took, if I wasn't teaching how to do it and talking while I was doing, probably take, I don't know, 2-3 minutes maybe from start to finish. So that's pretty cool. So let's turn the page now and let's do another April page. So this time I want to do something a little different. Now I know already I'm not going to write here because I don't like to. So I know that on this spread, either one page, and you can do them like I did here, where they're all, you know, like all together, or you can do them totally different. It doesn't matter. You know, there's no rules. Here is going to be bumpy, so I know I can use this for stickers, stamping, whatever I'd like to do, because I'm not going to write on there. I'm just that way. I'm just that's just not my thing. So I think for this page here, I think I am going to want to do maybe one of these. Ooh, maybe this one? No. Trying to see. Maybe this one? I don't like the angle. This one might, this one's probably the best. Was that big enough? Yeah, that would work right there. Bring it over this way. So I think what I'm going to do is use that sticker. So I'm going to take off the sticker. These are those clear stickers. I'm going to take this off and I'm going to put it on the block. Okay. And then I think I'm going to use the pink. So I'm going to use a pink ink. I'm going to press it down. Oops. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, it's too much. It's too mushy. So I'm going to practice over here. Oh, that was fine. It's just that when I clean it off, I'm going to have to really clean that. I don't know why that smushed so much there. So let's just make sure it's all inked up again. You can't see that, right? You can see me doing that, right? Good. And then over here, I'm going to take it. I think I'm going to put it like this, right? What do you think? Press it. Press it down. And lift straight up. Perfect. Very nice. Now we know it's going to have to dry for just a second. So while we do that, I'm going to grab, where's my paper towels? My wet ones. Hold on. I want to clean that off before it gets yucky. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this off as much as I can. Probably need a dry cloth too. Just don't want it to get like stuck on there, but also always better to clean as you go, right? You can pick this up, put it back there, clean off the board, let that dry. Sorry. Make sure this is, yes, there's still a lot of ink on there. So I want to clean that off, and then I'm going to go ahead and get a paper towel here. If you're in the United States, my favorite paper towels are the Viva paper towels, and they're really nice and soft. I love them. And also, the best place to get them is Walgreens, because they always have really good sales. And I get my paper towels, like 8 rolls that are like worth 12 rolls on there for like $5. Sometimes $3.99, $4.99, $5.99, somewhere in there. And with coupons, get some really good deals. So I think that's good enough there. Let's make sure all the ink is off. All right, so that was good. I liked that. That was a good, nice stamp there. Now, one of the things that holds me back from doing like a lot of stamping and such is that the, oops, that's wet there, is the time that this just took me, right? So, how did this go here? It goes there. Okay. Is how long it just took me to do that. So that took a long time, a lot longer than a sticker. And, you know, I can buy stickers all day long and use them. Yes, with the stamping, you can use them over and over again. So I'm going to take this piece of paper because it's a little bit wet there. And I am going to fold it and get rid of that one. Get rid of that piece of scratch paper. All right, so we have that there, and I want to do some pretty washi tape again. So just use the same simple technique that I used before. You can get as artistic as you want, but I just am thinking simple here. And I think this would just look adorable going across and not all the way, like from there. Like the flowers coming out of, just like the last one, you know, the flower coming out, growing out of the washi tape. So I think that is just perfect right there. Let me move my camera just a touch. This is out of the view, just a little tiny bit there. Okay. So then on the other side, now that I've taken that time, you see, now I'm thinking, okay, I took some time, so now I have to save some time. So on this side here, I'm probably going to go with some stickers, and I'm probably going to do something more fun, like a fun thing. And since this is my nice pinks, I'm going to go with something like this. These I printed on, what's it called? Avery labels. So these are full page labels that you can use a cutter to do this, but for me, I'm not going to pull out a cutter to cut one thing. It's just not going to happen. I love this little pink color here, which will really flow with that on that side, or I could clash with the yellow, but what I'm thinking about doing is putting it over here on the side. So that's what I'm going to do for that. So you just peel these off like this. See, it's pretty cool. So those are full page. You can print those, or you can just cut. You don't need to if you don't, though they're expensive. So if you don't want to spend the money on doing them, you know, on buying the label, the Avery labels, because they are kind of expensive, and you can get transparent, or this is not transparent. So you can see that these ones that I used are not, it's not a transparent, it's not transparent, right? So it's white. But you can also buy the transparent, but they're super expensive. So I bought the white ones, and you don't get very many. You get like 10 sheets in a thing. And I found that a lot of times you can just go ahead and print them on regular cardstock paper or regular paper even, and then just glue them in. But I wouldn't say regular paper. I would say 28 pound, and I have linked my where I buy my 28 pound on Amazon. It's the best price. I'm gonna bring this down here close to the edge there, and then I'm gonna smooth it out. And now I'm gonna figure out, well, I wanna add some embellishments to this page. It doesn't look finished right now, right? So I'm thinking flowers would go good there. And I'm thinking making like a little collage. So I'm gonna start there. And I'm gonna go with maybe, oh, the blue would be nice and popping, wouldn't it? Let me look at a full page here and see what I got. I think what I want to do actually, is I'm going to take this purple one and stick it like right here. See this? And then I'm going to get another pink one and just kind of layer this over, kind of like into a little 3 thing there. So it just looks like a little, in art, I do know you do things in 3s, odd numbers, right? So now again, I can write really nicely and I won't be interrupted on any of the pages with, so this is really good for writing. So now we want to do, so I've done a lot of writing. I have nice, good, like how many, I've got nice, good 1, 2, 3, 4 nice writing pages. So now I'm probably going to think, well, I know I have 30 pages left, so I still have quite a few. No, I only have 20 pages left to do, maybe 19. So now I'm gonna think, okay, I wanna do a little bit more with some of the pieces that I brought in that I wanted to put on the page. So I'm gonna do this flower here, and I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna do the tearing. And I don't want to keep those. I don't need it to keep those, so I'm not going to. Oops. That's why you have to hold it with, otherwise this happens. So you want to always make sure you're holding it with one finger while you're tearing with the other. Hold with your left hand and push down so that you don't get that problem that I just did. This one I'm going to make a little bit more of a decorative design. This page I'm going to probably leave. And so this would look really pretty either here where I'm going to bring in, or I might want to even bring it over here and bring it in this way. What I'm thinking about doing here is bringing this in and then having more decorations on this page. I'm looking to see what I like here. Or actually, maybe I'll go along with, I already did one of those. Maybe there's another one of these that would look nice on the page. I think that's too much. Actually, that would be really pretty. Or making like a set down here would look really pretty too, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I would rather have some, I gotta pull in these greens. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna pull this in, put it way up here in the corner next to where I write my dates and stuff. And then I think I want to bring in a washi tape. I think I want to bring in this one here. Across the top there. So like that. Yeah, that looks good, right? And then this one here, we're going to ink her up. And I think I'm going to stick with the Wild Honey and not go dark with this. So I'm going to get my stamper here. And cover up that white. Yeah, that looks good. Now I'll show you a little trick you like. So you can also take this and push it around a little bit just on the on the flowers. If you want it to, if you're going for the more vintage look, you can actually make that feeling that you did on the edges come all the way across the flowers like this. So it looks really worked on there. All right, so that's good there. So for this one now, what we're going to do is I'm going to lay it down. Remember, if I put the glue on it, I'm not going to be able to write on the back. So what I'm thinking about doing here is I'm going to come in here to add one of these pockets right there. And then that way, and here I might even do something else. So yeah, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to go ahead and use the glue stick again. Okay. So I'm going to take the glue stick. Hopefully that's not too much in your shoot in the shadow. It sure is. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm not a perfect videographer. Don't have like a fancy studio, and just want to let you know you don't have to either. People will still watch your videos and we can all still learn. It doesn't have to be a fancy studio to learn. In fact, I rather learn from people who don't have fancy studios because I know that they're starting, and I know that when I learn from them that they're actually doing it and learning it as I go, which makes me feel like I can do it too. You know, I don't feel like I'm never going to catch up to them, right? So let me pull this in. Oops, it's not enough. There we go. Actually, you could actually just cut off the edges if they go over. Then you can just come and cut it with the scissors. But I'm going to put this guy right here. And I'm thinking about doing something else with this page. So it doesn't give me a lot of writing on this page, which is okay. But I'm thinking about, it's not quite the way I want it to look there. So I'm going to take another little guy and stick it right there to finish that off. And then I think what I'm going to do on this page is I might even add, but I don't really like that. You know, I'm thinking this might be an idea. Actually, that might work. So what I think I'll do here is I'm going to tear this. We gotta really remember to be careful here. I like that a lot. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to use this for journaling. Oh, I really like that. So let me finish this one off with the distressed ink. Too much white there. See? I made that mistake somehow pulling it in. I wasn't holding too tight enough on the other side. We all make mistakes, and that's perfectly fine. And people aren't going to know when they look at your journal that you made a mistake, or if it bothers them, they have a problem, right? So I'm going to just bring that in a little bit, make that a little bit more messy right there, so that looks more intentional. All right, that looks really good. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I like that a lot. Oops, I got to cover up my ink here. Forgot that this ink pad wasn't covered up. All right. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to take some washi tape and tape that in, and I'll show you how we do these. And what kind of washi tape should I use? I'm thinking about this one here. Maybe it needs to be a little bit more vintagey. Let me just look and see if that would work. Yeah, they're really not that pretty when you get into those real vintagey colors. Sorry. They're really not that pretty. This isn't a whirl, that's not gonna work. I'm trying to find something, what I was trying to look for is something that doesn't bring too much attention to that page. Oh, I think I found something. I think I found just the thing to, yes. So what I'm going to do is just use this tape here. And you put it here on here. Just do the best you can. Put it in so that you have some on the page itself, right? This time I'm going to use scissors. And so you don't want to go past, otherwise you'll have to trim it off, past the page. So I usually stop a little bit before the end of the piece that you want to put in. And then you fold it over like this, and you do the same thing again. So just make sure you stop. Otherwise you're going to have that little piece sticking out. It's going to not turn correctly. So again, I'm just going to come up here like that. See, it's perfect. So let's take this and push this down. Oh, that looks amazing. I like the way that that turned out a lot, didn't you? That turned out really nice. Okay, so what's going to happen on this page is you'll turn it in. This will become a writing page, and because I did the way I laid it in, it'll lay nice and flat on the other side. So this is a page I can do prior to writing. Sometimes, like I showed you, you can't glue it in, adhere it to your page until after you're finished. So this now, I can write the date, start journaling there, journal all down here, and then journal here. That looks really pretty. Okay, so I really like the way that that turned out. Now on this side, oh, I got a little bit of ink there. No biggie. On this side here now, I'm probably gonna leave this. Actually, this might look really pretty there. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do here is just bring in, and so all I do, I just come in and take it, eyeball it, and then just hold it down like that. So that way it saves a lot of time. Remember, this one does not have glue on it. These are not self-adhesive. I got this for like 10 cents at Michael's on clearance, and it was like, I don't know where it was even in the store. So this is going to go right here to make it look finished. Got to make sure, yes, I'm going to write on this side. Ooh, I turned it before the ink was totally dry. Good thing about journaling, it doesn't matter, right? I just don't like ghosting. That's my big thing. I don't like ghosting, and I don't like bleeding. Some people don't mind. But because of the coloring here, I am going to ink this up. Even though this has to be a vintage journal, I am going to come in and distress it with, let's see if what this honey gold is going to look like if I distress it. Yeah, that's pretty good there. So I'll just come in here and I don't want it a lot. I just want it to look a little old, just to match the color on the other side, you know? Doesn't have to be. So I'm not even inking it a second time. I inked it, I touched this little pad one time, and then I just kept going over and over again because it already had some ink from when we inked that, right? So just using that up there like that, actually. All right, that looks great. And now I'm gonna think, now the glue stick is not gonna adhere it. It's too, see how it curves too much? It's too thick. So I'm gonna have to use something else. And because I'm not gonna, I'm gonna write on this page where I don't need to document that it was page 210, I am gonna pull it down further beyond and put it over the page number because it doesn't matter. I'm not going to index that page number. And if I do, I can always index 211, right? And then, and know 210 was before 211, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm thinking, what kind of glue do I need? So I'm thinking I can use actually I can use the Elmer's water. That's going to be even more lumpy. So I think I'm going to use, the Tacky Glue this time. Okay, so we'll get that on there just to make sure that it, really stays good. And I've made pockets with these before that are really cool with this. And I've also done diagonals in my journals with that tape that I showed you. It's like, what a great buy that was. There's so much you can do with little things. So I'm going to bring it down here. Oops, have to be careful there with that. And then take my card again and make it as smooth as we can. Rub any glue that came out there. So I moved it. Oh, looks like there's a piece of glue there too. See, what I love about rubber cement though is that you can just rub it right off, and this I can't because it's going to rub off the paper. So I'm just have to let that dry. So if you don't adhere, if you just adhere it here, here, and here, it becomes a really nice pocket. So I could have done that. So we have that page now. And this page I think I'll be able to write on it. If not, I'll just do some lettering with some markers. All right, so there's that spread now. We'll go to the other side, and remember this one's kind of bulky because of the glue right there on a bigger item. So here I am going to take and I'm going to glue down this one here into this corner right here. So for this one, again, I'm going to have to use the Tacky Glue. It's just a stronger glue for something as heavy as this, especially since we're going to be putting things into it. I'm afraid that the plain Elmer's glue might not be strong enough. We'll do the tags and stuff another day. I'm going to do those right now. So we'll just, I'll just put them in there, but I'm not going to be decorating them today. The video will just become too long. I know there's a lot of people that do really long videos, but I don't have enough subscribers to do that yet. So maybe as I grow and my YouTube channel grows, I can do things like that. Make a lot longer videos, and you guys can be like I do, like I go along. I watch a YouTuber doing something and I do it along with her. So here are my things, which I'll show you on another video. So I'll just tuck those in there. It's just so I can see what that's going to look like on the page, which is going to look really pretty. So now I know I need something up here to balance this page out a little bit. So again, we'll go back to my handy dandy stickers. Actually, that would look really cute right there, but I still haven't been able to use that one. Let me see. Don't think I really want to do a stamp there. Oh, I have these pretty ones here though, don't I? With the birds and some of these. This one here would match really nicely. So I'll just take that. Typically I don't so much like squared stickers, but these are really cute. It's more like a piece of art, But I like to offset it with a little something on the side there. So I'm thinking maybe another flower. Let's see what we have on the other side. Nothing, it's too big. Those things are too big. So we do have to stick with more of these colors here, which is fine. So I would like maybe, I think I'll just put the butterfly up there. So we have 1, 2, 3 visual points, I guess. So there we go for that. All right, so now we have that page done. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, these turned out so pretty. 5, 6. These are so, this one's really beautiful. 7. So we've done 7 so far. And it's been going on for 40 minutes it's taken us. So probably take about 20 minutes if you didn't have to, you know, sit here and talk. This one here, I am going to put right here because I like that focal point there. So we're going to take some washi tape, and I don't have to do anything else. This will be just a nice page to write on. So we'll find the washi tape that would look good with. Maybe the yellow. We haven't used a lot of yellow, but I think this one here is still prettier. Oh no, the orange one. This orange one's going to be better. So again, we'll just take the washi tape, and we will try not to go all the way to the top. And then this one, these I like to, I started cutting them when I add the pages because I was always going too long when I was tearing. I do like to tear the washi tape. But for this purpose, it's better to trim that cut right there. All right, so there we go. See that? So these are really quick to do. This is really nice, very easy to write on this. And I would just take these out to write on this and then put them back in. So that one is already adhered, and this spread looks really nice. And then the next page, we have 2 more of these tip-ins that we want to do. Oh, and I also have one more. Remember I showed you one more of these. So this might go good right here on another one, or maybe it goes good over here. Probably better over here because again, this is a good writing page and I don't want to ruin that. So I want to keep this one as a writing page. So I we'll glue this one in here. So that's what we'll do there. I'll have to take out the little guys first. And again, I'm going to use we're going to use the Tacky Glue for this. There we go. Put that in this corner here. It's getting nice and chunky, but it's getting to the end of the book. And see, it's nice and chunky here. But the spine, these Exceeds from Walmart are so sturdy. They're just so great that I can go a bit more chunky here in this book, which I probably will towards the end. I like to put like cards my kids send me, things like that, you know. So if anyone sends me like an Easter card, I'll probably put it in here. I'm not going to put my husband's all the sympathy cards because I'm making a remembrance journal for him, and I'll share that process as well, where we're going to save all the stuff from the funeral and the program and pictures and memories of him and all of that. So I'll do a video on all of that. So here we put those there, but I think kind of weird that there. What did I do up there? Something weird. Oh, I think some of the ink came off of the, and I'm going to put these guys like this in here. Those are ready to go. So I don't need to do, I'm not going to cover the backs because they're writable. Over here, I'm probably going to just want to decorate this with some washi tape. And I haven't used all of these that I picked out. So let's see what we have here. I think I like this. Whoops, this one's tore there. So I can get rid of that piece there. And I think I'm going to do something like this. I'll go along here, do a tear like that. And then I'll do one along here. This flows really good with the other side too. I don't need to keep the number either there. This page, tear that off there. So now I have a little thing, and we'll just clip this little guy off there. There. All right. That looks really pretty, and I can then just put in, I think what I'll do here is bring in a flower. Probably this blue one here. right like that. So it looks completed. And that looks really nice. Okay, so that page is done. And those are done really fast. So you see, if you need to do a page fast, you can do them super fast with washi tape. Now, we got this problem again with this glue here. And so what I'm going to do on this side, this is where I'm going to glue this card down here. Or actually, no, I wanted to do it this way, didn't I? Well, maybe it would okay to do it like this, I think, right? Yeah, that would be fine. So we're going to glue this one down here, and we can write up there. So I'm going to go ahead. This is thick, so I haven't used the Elmer's glue yet in this project, or I haven't had to use my my rubber cement yet, but you saw me use it in my templates. So adding all the templates to the spreads, you know. And this will be easy because it's a regular card that you send in the mail. It's going to be very easy to write on it even after, excuse me, it's glued down. And if it comes up, we just washi tape it back down to hold it. Actually, it's probably a good idea to do that anyway. So we'll take this bright yellow color here. I think it's better if we do that. And I haven't used this, so I'm trying to find my edge here. Here it is. Oops. We'll open up the card here, and then we'll just adhere it down like this to make sure it stays. I'll probably adhere it here too, just to be safe, so that part doesn't matter. There we go. And now that looks off, so I'm gonna have to do my other side. I'm just kind of weird that way. I'll just take a piece here and there we go. All right, so now, oh, that looks really pretty actually. Looks like a little border around it. And I open it up and I can write on that side and on this side. And so, and there really, I'm just going to do some lettering, so I don't need to be doing any other thing there. And for my last page that I have for our video today, because we're going very long here, is going to be adding this page here into the journal. So now I want to decide, do I want to use the circle and add like a little ties, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. I'll do that later and leave it white, or do I turn it around this way and have the hole just be there not to mean anything? So that is the question. And this paper's not cardstock, but I do need to push it down a little bit more. And I use this boning utensil that I got from Amazon. So I can put that on there. I'm going to push that down more because it just doesn't seem to want to stay shut. Yeah, that's much better. So I think I'm just going to go with, I'm not going to do the fancy thing with I don't think so. I think I'm going to go with this. And then we're just going to add this in here as the last page that we're going to do. And this color here matches perfectly. And I think I want to make it more matching than more clashing today on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and washi tape this down here. Oh, that looks actually really nice. And then remember how I taught you to take it and make sure you don't go all the way past, don't go past the end. A little shy of the end works better. There we go. So now here I have this page to write in and this page to write in and all of this to write in. So that was all the tools that I brought. So let's see how many pages we made today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very pretty. Oh, might have to do something there. It's really, ooh, I don't like that at all. Let me get this. See, I just don't like it. It's weird. See if I can smooth. I've seen some YouTubers just really get these ink bubbles out. I don't know. And now I lost count where we were. Okay, let me start over again. I've got, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 12 pages we did, which is great. This bothers me, so I'm probably going to be adding another something to flip, or I'm going to do something there. Maybe I'm going to add some stickers. I don't know, but I just don't like it. So I'm going to do something there, but not right now. I'll wait till that dries and see how that dries out. It even came through here, a little bumpy over here a little bit. So that's kind of weird. I might have to do, well, I was trying to avoid using the rubber cement this time so I could show you, because I know a lot of people don't use it. But I'm sorry, but I like to use it. So anyway, there we go. There's the journal for April so far. That's a lot of pages there. And then as I go and have other things I need to add to it, I only like to do about half of my pages ahead of time, because now that takes me to page 218, which only gives me about 10 more pages to do. And those I'm going to want to leave for other things I might want to add, like pictures, photos, and things like that. Because like my son just got his baseball pictures back, so I know I want to put that in here. And so there's going to be some different things that I want to add to it. Probably some Easter things that we do maybe on Easter Sunday. Take a picture of everybody dressed nice at church, things like that. So I'm going to save those pages for that. So always make sure you save some pages for things like that. All right. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Click the notification button so that you'll notified of the next video that I create. And please leave me a comment. I love comments and I would love to talk to you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.